It's hard, I know I'm better off just restarting, but you still own my heart, and I want more than anything to just move on. Whoa, I'm still hurting in my mind. Whoa, got a feeling that this time, whoa, without you here in my nights.
Welcome to That Budgeting Journey. In this video, watch me make a 31 envelope challenge. I am going to stuff each envelope with the number that coincides with each envelope number. So by the time all of these envelopes are stuffed, I should have $496. To all of you who do the 100 envelope challenge, I applaud you. I think you're awesome. But for those of us who kind of don't have the time or the finances to save $5,000 something, I just made the 31 envelope challenge. I feel like that's something a little more manageable and easier to save. So I just used Miss Elizabeth's 12 by 12 design paper. I know most of you use cardstock, but really I just didn't find that was necessary. And then I also used self-adhesive laminating sheets. But I'm sure that if you have a laminator, that would work better. I was lucky that we actually had all of this paper and laminating sheets laying around the house, so this project really didn't cost me anything. Here's an example of some other options that you can use for paper. Another type of paper that I had laying around the house, just colorful cardstock 12 by 12 paper. So we want to measure the paper out to 3 inches by 6 inches. What's really nice about this 12 by 12 paper is that you'll end up with 8 exactly the same size individual envelopes. So first I measured out 3 inches on the top and then 3 inches on the bottom. Next I folded the paper along the 3-inch mark so that I can then cut along that fold. Then I folded it back over again so that it would be folded evenly, and then repeat it one more time. Next I made adjustments to the folds to make sure that they were evenly distributed. Of course, I did find an easier way to do this, but the more we do it, the more we figure out how to do it better. So to make your job easier, you could have just folded the paper in half and then folded that in half again. And then you would end up with equal strips of paper. So once I got it perfectly distributed, next I began cutting down the strips. Of course, if you have a paper cutter, it would come out a lot cleaner and a lot easier. probably faster too, but I'm sure that a good old trusty pair of scissors works just as well. So once you have the strip cut out, next you fold it in half, and then you're going to go ahead and cut that in half as well. So now we have two pieces that are 3 by 6, and to make an envelope we need to fold that in half, like this. So now I'll continue cutting and folding until I just make a pile of envelopes. So once you've cut all of your strips from the one piece of paper, fold them all in half and then continue to cut them across. So remember, I'm using self-adhesive laminating sheets 9 by 12, but of course a thermal laminator would probably work much better and much faster. So here I'm kind of testing them to space them out and see how well they fit on the sheet. And of course you're able to fit 6 envelopes on one laminating sheet. So next I started to remove the envelopes and put them to the side, and then I began peeling the self-adhesive laminating sheet. I started to place the envelopes where I wanted them, one at a time. So now I took my second laminating sheet and peeled it back. And then I had to place it over the other laminating sheet nice and carefully. I started to smooth it out. Then I had to make sure that I kind of really smooth it even further, kind of scratched around the envelopes to make sure that it was really nicely adhered. When cutting your envelopes, make sure that you cut across the top of each envelope so that you can leave space between the bottom of the previous envelope and you can open up the top of the envelope. When you cut the sides, make sure that you leave a little bit of space of each side. Now you do want to kind of trim a little close, but you'll also want to leave a decent amount of space on the sides and the bottom so that the laminating sheet does not come apart. Now you do want it to come apart across the top. So now you have a working envelope and this is what it should look like. Here I have a finished product of 31 envelopes. In each one I'm going to fill with the amount that is written on the envelope. Again, by the end of this challenge I should have saved $496. To me, I feel like this is easier to manage than the 100 envelope challenge. I hope you found this video helpful. Please remember to like and subscribe.